Françoise. Hello everyone. Françoise, today we are talking about the psychological effects of fasting. Could you please explain our audience fasting as a holistic method?
Hello Lisa, hello everybody. Well, word holistic has some esoteric or new age aspects, which maybe is not the one I would choose. But if you mean that you can experience fasting in many dimensions, then I agree with that. The three dimensions of fasting traditionally are the medical dimension, which in a clinic or in a program is the most important, or at least the most visible. But there are always a communitarian dimension and spiritual dimension. Spiritual dimension goes together with what we call the psychological effects. You would expect maybe that you feel sad, or you feel stressed, hungry, maybe bored during a fasting. And the contrary is true. First of all, you have to have a good program, of course. And we in the Buchinger Wilhelmi clinics, we offer the people a full fasting adapted program. So first, individual treatments according to their health and their age and their the problem they bring with them. But at the same time, we are in beautiful nature. The people come into a rhythm, which is a real good circadian rhythm. They sleep and fast at night. They are active during daytime. We recommend them not to use their screens too much. And also, there is no smoking. So we can really say that we create a sort of spirit and a sort of microcosm where the person can really enjoy the fasting. Now, we have measured that because our clinical impression was always, and also the personal experience that you had, is that you turn always more serene when you fast, that your mood is lifted, that you might be more positive, that you might enjoy more nature and all the simple things that you had no time to enjoy during the time. So these are the clinical observation. Now, what is in the metabolism, which substances are varying during the fasting? Then first you have the neurovegetative nervous system, which diminish the acceleration, the sympathicus, and the parasympathicus, which is a deceleration system, enters into play. And so the blood pressure diminishes. It's sort of deceleration in your whole life. Then you start maybe restoring your sleep patterns because you have more time to go to bed with the night. There are substances we know that are produced, like the brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, that are produced in the neurons and stimulate cognitive, the learning memories. It stimulates the alertness of the animals that were, and the neuron regeneration. You have also a potentialization of the serotonin. I read some studies. For the moment, I didn't find much about it, but you have also a change in the microbiome, which might influence positively your mood. And the diminishing of the inflammations makes that many people who have chronic pains in the body have less of these pains. And of course, this is participating also to the enjoyment. When you see that your body is recovering, that you overcome illnesses, diseases, or symptoms, then it's a sort of profound joy to see the self-healing system just on action. You do nothing. You just put yourself in a situation where you let your self-regeneration strength emerge and do the job for you. So yes, I just have to look at the charts to see, yes, you have an improvement of the mood. And yes, if you do the three dimensions, you put the people away from everyday life and inside them, to go inside, to have some moments of stillness where they can really reflect about their lives. You have a good group with tolerant people, then I mean fasting can be a holistic, or at least an experience for the whole person's body, soul, mind, and an experience you want to repeat. You can't imagine how many people come repeatedly every year just because, and they look forward for that. The psychological and holistic dimension of fasting is not easy for neuroscience or for scientifics of today, because they to examine, because they work with animal models. And I asked once to an excellent scientist specialized in intermittent fasting if he thought that meditation could enhance the effect of fasting, the mood effect or the holistic effect. And he said, well, I couldn't bring my rats until now how to meditate. So meaning that, of course, the possibilities of a human being are totally different than the ones of the animal models, which are really used at that time to study fasting. And I'm very happy that we cooperate with excellent scientists who study animals, bigger animals like the penguins or some big birds, fasting in a natural way, in freedom, and having this yearly fast repeated yearly, and sometimes have an extraordinary ability to fly over the continents when they migrate during hundreds, thousands of kilometers. So these animals are more appropriate to study the fasting. And then we have the big chance that the patients and guests that come to our clinics are keen to allow us to use their data for our clinical observations and scientific documentation. So my answer is yes, and I wish you try, because it's very difficult to feel the changes of mood you can have in a fasting if you didn't do it on your own. But if you do it, if you want to do long-term fasting, go to an appropriate facility, have the right guidance, and be medically supervised. I wish you a good day, and I hope to see you soon. I hope you liked this video.